Hey, who let you in first class? Move to the back right now! The flight attendant's voice ripped through the airplane cabin like a siren, piercing the calm hum of boarding passengers and instantly freezing the air with hostility. Dozens of eyes turned, whispers swirled, and camera phones slid up like vipers ready to strike. What should have been a quiet, ordinary boarding turned into a public spectacle, one that would burn humiliation into the heart of an innocent woman. But before we dive into this unbelievable story, do me one thing. Hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and comment where you're watching from. Because this isn't just a story, it's a reflection of real injustice happening every day in America. And the ending? You won't see it coming. Her name was Monica Harris, a 34-year-old Black American woman with deep roots in Atlanta, Georgia. She was tall and graceful, with smooth cocoa brown skin, natural curls styled into a neat crown, and a presence that spoke of quiet dignity. That morning, Monica had dressed with care. An ivory silk blouse pressed to perfection, tucked into dark navy slacks that lengthened her figure, paired with polished brown loafers that gleamed under the airport lights. Around her neck, she wore a thin gold chain, her late mother's necklace, a reminder of the woman who had raised her with strength, grit, and relentless love. Monica wasn't just a passenger. She was an attorney, a sharp and fearless litigator who had spent over a decade fighting for justice in corporate law, standing toe-to-toe with billion-dollar companies and dismantling their lies. She had built her life from the ground up, growing up in a working-class neighborhood where her single mother worked 2 jobs just to keep the lights on. Every degree, every case won, every step into first class, she had earned with blood, sweat, and persistence. Today, Monica wasn't traveling for leisure. She had just wrapped a high-profile case in Chicago that had drained her physically and emotionally. After 5 days of court battles and 12-hour days, she was heading home to Atlanta, where her younger brother and niece were waiting. She booked herself a first-class seat, not as a luxury, but as a deserved reprieve, a small comfort after years of sacrifices. But America has a cruel way of reminding Black people that success doesn't erase prejudice. As Monica stepped onto the plane, pulling her sleek black carry-on behind her, she felt it, the stares, the shift in energy, the subtle tightening of lips. A white couple in matching golf polos glanced at her, then at each other, murmuring under their breath. A young man in a crisp business suit smirked faintly, his eyes full of silent judgment. She ignored it. She was used to it. She had learned long ago that sometimes simply existing in spaces not meant for her felt like rebellion. Her seat, 2A, first class, was right by the window. She could almost feel the relief waiting for her. But before she could reach it, a sharp, cutting voice stabbed through the air. "Ma'am, excuse me, you can't be up here. Economy is back there." Monica stopped mid-step. She turned. A flight attendant, a tall woman with pale skin, tightly pulled back blonde hair, and a uniform ironed within an inch of its life, was staring at her with narrowed eyes. Monica spoke calmly. "No, this is my seat, 2A. But the attendant's face twisted with disbelief. Her voice rose, dripping with venom. "Who let you in first class? Get out! Move to the back!" The cabin froze. Passengers gasped. Whispers slithered between rows. Some lifted phones, recording this confrontation as though it were entertainment. A few laughed quietly, while others ducked their heads, refusing to intervene. The humiliation was thick, suffocating. Monica held out her boarding pass, her hand steady despite the fire boiling in her chest. "Here's my ticket, seat 2A. The flight attendant snatched it with a sneer, scanning the printout with contempt. She chuckled cruelly. "Fake. I've seen this scam before. Print a fake pass. Try to sneak in. Security's going to love this one." Her words sliced through Monica's composure. This wasn't just doubt. It was an accusation of fraud, of criminality. And why? because of the color of her skin. Passengers murmured louder now. She probably snuck in. They're always trying something. Look at her pretending she belongs here. Each word was like acid poured over Monica's pride. She felt the familiar weight pressing on her chest, the weight of being judged before being known. But she didn't bow. She didn't cry. Monica Harris was not built to crumble under ignorance. The flight attendant turned sharply, reaching for the cabin phone. "Security!" she barked. "We've got a fraud in first class!" The words rang out like a hammer against iron, echoing humiliation deeper into Monica's bones. Her mind raced, her pulse thundered. Cameras were still recording. This moment would live online forever, stripped of dignity, twisted into a narrative she didn't deserve. And yet, in the firestorm of judgment, Monica felt something else. A stillness. She remembered her mother's words, spoken years ago. "Baby, never let them push you out of the space you earned. If you paid for it, you stay." So Monica planted her feet firmly and locked eyes with the attendant. "I am not moving. This is my seat." Just then, the sound of footsteps echoed down the jet bridge. A man entered the cabin, dressed in a dark-tailored suit. His shoes clicked sharply against the floor, his ID badge glinting under the fluorescent light. His presence was commanding. Sharp eyes, calm posture, a weight of authority that silenced the cabin. He scanned the scene quickly. Monica standing firm, the flight attendant snarling, passengers gawking. His gaze lingered on Monica, then sharpened with recognition. "Is there a problem here?" His voice was calm, but carried the weight of someone who demanded answers. The flight attendant straightened instantly, nerves flickering across her face. "Yes, sir. This woman tried to sneak into first class with a fake boarding pass." The man walked over, took the boarding pass from her trembling hands, and scanned it on his tablet. Seconds passed. His jaw tightened. Then he turned, his voice cold as steel. "This isn't fake. This is a paid, verified first-class ticket for Monica Harris. And if you had bothered to check before humiliating her, you would know exactly who you're speaking to." The air changed. Gasps rippled. The phones, still recording, caught every word. The man turned to Monica with respect. "Ms. Harris, I apologize for this unacceptable treatment. You are more than welcome here." Then, to the flight attendant, "Do you even realize who you just insulted? Monica Harris is one of the most respected attorneys in the country. She's argued and won cases that have changed corporate law nationwide. And you," he jabbed a finger toward her uniform, "decided she didn't belong here because of your prejudice." The flight attendant's face drained of color. Her lips parted, but no words came. The passengers who had mocked Monica now squirmed in their seats. The business suit man who smirked at her earlier quickly looked away, cheeks burning with shame. Even the whispering couple stared at their laps, guilt heavy in their eyes. And Monica. She didn't need to shout. She didn't need to gloat. With silent grace, she walked to seat 2A, set her carry-on neatly above, and sat down with the poise of a queen reclaiming her throne. Her dignity spoke louder than any words. By the time the plane landed, the videos had already spread across social media. Millions watched the clip. A black woman wrongly accused, humiliated, then vindicated in front of the world. Hashtags trended. News outlets picked it up. And the airline? They were forced to act. The flight attendant faced not just embarrassment, but consequences. Because America had seen, and America would not forget. But the real victory wasn't the punishment. It was Monica's unshakable grace. She showed the world what it means to refuse humiliation, to claim space when others tried to deny it, to stand tall in the face of hate. This wasn't just about a seat on a plane. It was about every black man and woman told, "You don't belong here." It was about every barrier broken, every injustice confronted. It was about power reclaimed through dignity. So let this be your reminder. When the world tries to push you back, stand taller. Before you go, smash that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and drop a comment saying, "I belong," if you're standing strong with Monica today. Because this community, we rise together. And trust me, you won't want to miss the next story.